Hello everybody, my name is Crescent Moon, and I'm back here with another video. It's been quite a while, and I have finally decided what I'm going to do. So, I play a game called Goodgame Empire, is what I'm open to at the moment. I train new players to become better players in the future, and there are a lot of things that I cannot explain to them very well without actually showing them what's going on, basically. And while we do have a Discord server that I could post a short video in, if I'm going to record the video anyway, I've decided I'm going to post it to YouTube, give it a home on the internet, and just go through everything. So as you can see, I'm level 70, legendary level 60. And I know I have a long way to go because, you gotta get to level 950 legendary and level up everything a crazy amount. So, since some of you may be level 3 and some of you may be level 50 and anywhere in between any level ever, come in to watch the tutorial. So, main thing I want to talk about today is the quest book. Now, there's so many people who have told me not to follow the quest book once I hit 70 because they're pointless, and many people who came into my alliance and tried to convince my players that quests were stupid. I strongly disagree with you, by the way, on that. I think that is dumb, because there are goals in this game, and obviously once you complete the quest, if you want to delete some buildings and do whatever you want to do with it, cool. You do you. And if you don't want to follow the quests all the way until legendary level 950, you don't have to. There are some things that aren't in the quest book, which that's why I'm making tutorials, because it's very confusing. So, first off, the reason my quests are important. So when you're first starting out, the game doesn't give you very much. In fact, hardly anything to go off of at all. And so if you're staring at your empty castle with 20 buildings in it, you don't know what to do, and you're brand new, you don't know what's going on, right? But if you open the quest book, it starts giving you 2 quests at a time, and every level you usually unlock a new quest. And until about level 20 to 30, you don't unlock any other tabs. So like here, you'd have this tab, and then once you hit, I think it's 2025, don't quote me on that, I think it's 2025, you get the adventure quest. Now I haven't done all the adventure quests. I've done a good amount. They have things to do with like other kingdoms, and I'm terrible at doing things in other kingdoms. I'm teaching myself though. I'm going to be going over that as well. It's very important. But all of these things give you amazing sets. Now, I will warn you that in my tutorial series, my alliance is a no PvP alliance. So if I focus on anything that's not meant for PvP, or if I gave any advice that would be better taken for someone who is doing no PvP versus someone who actually attacks people, bear with me there because it'll be a little bit different. But it shouldn't be too much different because either way you want all the bonuses anyway. So, main thing, quests get you leveled up. That is how you truly level up. If you sit there and, even if you sit there and do nothing and play the game, however, it has a very strict system on letting you upgrade certain things or not, like this. It tells you have to get a certain skill, so you have to search through and find the skill. There's certain events where you make certain statues, and there's a million guides everywhere, actually, so making one here is sometimes not the best choice in total. But my point here is that, like here, it tells me I need to gain glory. So when I do glory events, I have something to work towards. It gives me a purpose, basically, to play the game, because I have actual things I'm working towards. Progress bar. Not only that, though, it gives you rubies. So if you don't want to buy rubies, you don't have to. And then also, it gives you equipment. That's a lot better than anything you can ever get in the Alliance Smithy or anything like that. So if anybody tells you not to follow quests, if you're past level 70 and your castle's in a pretty good standing, it's okay if you don't. But yet, there are still upgrades you'll need to get to help better your playing ability. So it's still important to follow it to some amount. Now, I want to talk about this mainly for my members because they're not supposed to attack other castle lords. I don't remember which event it is, but it's either the Foreign Castle event or the Blood Crow event. that actually count. Like, each attack on those NPC castles count as attacking other players, as far as I'm aware. Now, of course, if there's ever a time where you need to get this done and you're in a no PvP alliance, you can always take a little break from it and go somewhere where you can attack other people and attack people to get this event done. But you have to find the right place, because you can't just attack anybody. So I want to touch on that because it is possible to do the whole game without attacking another player. I don't attack players anyway. I don't know a lot about actually setting it up. So that's kind of iffy for me. Now, the new threat ones. This is very something that I don't hear a lot about. People don't do this till later, which I didn't either. But getting their robber baron castles actually leveled up. And they don't just leave them all level 2. Okay? I thought it was dumb too. I'm like, why would I even do that? And then I saw people with like all of their robber barons at this level, all the way around them, and like, I didn't understand why, but I get it now. Because it's actually an easy way to get coins. It's an easy way to get a little bit of a stream of rupees. It's not very constant, but it's still true. And then, of course, you can get the treasure maps from them as well. So, the treasure maps, I'll show you. I have one completed right now. So you basically get a map, all these little pieces from the robber barons as you attack them. And then there are highwaymen. Now, over here I just fill waves and I just put it in because if you have the full amount, it doesn't usually hurt anything. You have to fix destroyed bridges, swamps with coins, and then you unlock a decoration. Now, I don't know about the decoration specifically because some of them, the ones I've gotten so far, are actually not very good, in my opinion. So, I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, it's not a bad thing to have. You can never have too many decorations. So, prioritizing them is still a logical choice. If you're a low-level player and you see some of these buildings, don't worry about the buildings in my castle, because that will be another video later on what to do when you hit level 70, because there's a lot of things that go on, and there's a lot of different things that you have to change out. And the main thing about this game is you're going to get advice from every single person. Every single person at some point is going to tell you something. Something that they want you to do better, or something that you should be doing, or someone's going to tell you that you're low-leveled, or that people in your alliance are low-leveled. It's happened to me before. They tell me, oh, well, yeah, you have level 70s, but they're not very well developed. And that's why I make these guides, because I am one of the level 70s that is underdeveloped. And if you're level 20 and you look at my castle, you'll wonder why that's even the case, or why I would say that about myself at all. Well, it's just true, and I've been working pretty hard on it, actually. Like, I have one outpost. It's not great. I need to put the parks in it, and I need to, speaking of the parks, I might just start that. I don't get the castle gardens until legendary level 100. I was thinking of waiting to make those, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if they cost rubies or not. I will update you on that once I find out. But like here, there's the kingdom, so there's a quest book for every single kingdom. And my recommendation, especially for the other kingdoms, because you're not taken through it step by step, and there's also new buildings and other things that you might not know about. Oh, another thing. Check these out here, because if you look at this one, that adds almost 4,000 food production to your castle, and it only lasts for 4 days. But like here, I can get 2 of these right now for the 80,000, and I didn't even have to do anything. And it turns into a build item. So if I go back to my main castle, and then I open this up here, I get these things. I can just toss them in there. And when I do that, here, actually I don't know if they both were. It might be, let me see here. That actually did what it was supposed to do. It's confusing to me sometimes to like no yeah, it is. So as long as it says that, even if you buy multiple, it still counts. Like here, I went from producing, actually I don't remember what I had. Let's think, because it was 7,000. So I had about 8,000 food production, which is actually pretty good because before I made like, what, 1,000? Before I started my journey and everything, and we'll go over build items next. Because those are extremely important. So is research, so is everything else. Yeah, so my main advice here is why quests are important, because they are truly important things to focus on just to keep everything up to date. And main thing here is that the more that you actually keep things up to date, it's actually a lot easier to play the game. It makes doing things like even just going like to the map here, just defeating these little tiny towers, and they don't look difficult, but if you don't have the right troops and you don't have the right setup, it's pretty difficult. I got like 3 public resource villages. I'll talk about the private ones in another one as well, because that's a big deal and everyone always asks me about it, so I need to start doing that. But yeah, just make sure you do as many quests as possible, because it's going to get you to a higher level right away. My biggest advice is to go through every single castle that you have and upgrade. Like, I'm upgrading my wall right now, so like go through and upgrade something. Make sure all your spots are open. Like here I have 2 spots because I have a construction crane, and not everyone's gonna have a construction crane, and that's okay. You might only be able to do one thing at once, which is sometimes actually a good thing. It just kind of depends on what it is. So my main advice is to get a moat on every castle as soon as you can. Level up everything to all your walls to level 5, all your towers to level 5, all your gates to level 5, all your keeps to level 5. Get everything to level 5 as soon as possible. And like, if you're level 30 and you only have access to the level 3 keep, make everything level 3. Walls, towers, gate, keep up with it now before you have to go through, like, we just had a nomad event. I went through and I upgraded every single wall, every single keep, every single tower. Well, not yet. I haven't done the towers yet. But I made sure most of my towers were level 3. I went through and did a bunch of wall expansions, and trust me, sending things between kingdoms to try to upgrade everything actually kind of sucks. So, if you can do it sooner rather than later, even if you only have 2 kingdoms, get your 2 kingdoms up to par, and whenever you're ready to open another kingdom, do it during a nomad event. Always open up new kingdoms, new things, except for Storm, because, you know, Storm, you want to get there sooner rather than later, but always open up new kingdoms during nomad events, when you actually have the time and the resources, because you're going to be on the game playing, and then you'll have the resources to send back and forth, everything like that. I will talk about my Storm strategy, but I'm currently figuring that out, because I haven't done it too many times, and right now my alliance is actually doing pretty good, because we got a lot more than last season, that's for sure, because I had a lot less people who could play then. I've got a better player base and everything like that. I've been pushing my alliance members to upgrade everything they possibly can. That's my main rule for leveling up. Upgrade everything. If you can get something to level 5, do it. Level 10, do it. Level 12, whatever. If there's only one level you can get with it, that's fine. But until it says cannot be upgraded until on the thing and it's grayed out, you should be upgrading your buildings. Because I didn't do it. And all of a sudden I got a big wake-up call when everything was way too hard for me. And I didn't know what to do. And it actually really sucked because I didn't know what to do. It's kind of crazy that if you don't follow everything 100% perfectly, it seems like it gets you in a little bit of a hard spot. So I've been doing my best. I've been trying to score as well in events as possible and just do everything that I can. Another thing, keep your walls, like I said, out as much as possible as you go. Try to keep your castle in a square, in my opinion, because it helps you organize it. And don't build too many buildings. Try to keep space for the parks. And once you unlock the parks, put them down. Put down everything, of course. Put down all the decorations. But fill as much space as you can with parks and your other decorations from like events and winning things and all that stuff. Obviously, decorations are better than parks, but to have an entire castle of parks is better than to have nothing. So remember that, and try to make as much space as possible. If you look here, I have all of the space right here open, and it'll be evened up because it's all set up properly, and I have everything here, so I base it off of this because it's the same length as all of these, and I just line up the parks. Make sure there's no space. I just make sure there's no space. Not only does it help my power and my might and everything in between, it's just upgrade things if you can. It's just the best bet. Not only does it help your defenses, which I will talk about because I've learned how to do that a little bit better, but see, like this one. If you look here, you can see I have all of this space, right? It's full of all these different decorations. Now, it could be empty, but it's not. And then, if you look here, I have 458% boost, which is crazy because it's like 32,000 extra resources every hour right there. That's insane, right? I mean, we've got stone's a lot better, and I'm assuming it's because the relic quarry is in place because I don't have one for wood right now, which I technically should have, but I don't because I have 2 conservatories on accident because I couldn't delete one, so I don't have a wood one because of it, but I wanted to. Well, I actually have 2 relic stone quarries. That'd be why. That would do it. Relic buildings are important too. Make sure you build them. They give you more might. And anyway, that is why quests are important. So if you have a quest book and you're not doing your quests, catch up on your quests. It'll keep you leveling up at a consistent rate. Use your nomad event to your advantage, and level up as much as humanly possible. Thank you guys for watching. Bye, guys.